Hello guys, my name is Martijn, most well known as to the Warzone, and I'm back with another online battle, and it's good to be back. Today I'm playing a little bit different. We're playing 2 versus 2. I'm playing as Rome. My teammate's name is Duzaki. He's playing as the Getae or the Getae, and we are playing against the Arverni and Epirus army, which are commanded by Mracos and Batuwelm. Some cool name for sure. So let's watch the replay. As you can already see, I'm trying out the Evocati in this battle. I didn't use these guys a hell of a lot. Most of the time I just pick armored legionaries or cheaper units. But I just want to use a very standard Roman army and take a look at the Evocati cohorts. So first of all, my army, it consists of 6 Evocati cohorts. And it seems like, yeah, I got 4 Balearic slingers. My generals are legatus, and for a cav force I have 2 equites with some upgrades and 2 praetorian cav. So a really balanced armies, and let's take a look at my teammate. So yes, this happened, and somehow I seem to see this a lot lately online. It's really annoying, but okay. He's using 3 noble horsemen shock cav, and for the rest only giant ballistas. Then our opponents. Sorry if it's a little bit noisy, it's a bit storming here outside. And the Epirus army brought 4 Arverni X-Men, a line of 6 pikemen, a Hellenic Royal Cav, an Aspis Companion. What do you have here? Another Aspis Companion, a Turiel Spear, another Turiel Spear, and 2 Citizen Cavalry. So he came really pike and really cav heavy. So I'm just going to look what my opponent's gonna do, because every kill he makes right now is just a success. The fight already engaged right here. Somehow they rushed the cavalry right here, which isn't that bad, but they get a cav. Just stop them for a minute. Let's slow mo. The Arverni had 1 noble horse, another noble horse. Here were 2 savage dogs units, and here is a complete line of Oathsworn, so a really small army. I think this player was pretty new, because that's not what you really want to do normally. But here I use my equites because they're my fastest cav. My praetorians are just behind, to do a quick charge on his Arverni and X-Men, and well, it didn't really get so many casualties, just 2 kills, but it did disrupt their lines quite a lot. As you can see, they stopped right now, and I'm just gonna watch what they're doing, because I'm basically playing 1 versus 2 right now, so there's no point in rushing. I'm just going to try to get us some shots with my slingers, but I don't want to engage in infantry fight. Here the scorpions being eaten by war dogs. Oh, poor guys. And over here you can see that those Dacian noble horsemen are not that bad. They're just holding up the enemy cav for quite some time. They're destroying the citizen cav. They already destroyed some noble horse, so that's good for me. I want to I want well, as little cav as possible, basically, because I only have my 2 equites and 2 praetorians, which isn't that big of a cav force. Here I'm gonna get some cool shots on the Arverni X-Men, but I don't want them to start a missile fight. So here I come again, not really attacking them, but I want to go this side and this side, so they are just going to keep running. And at this time, all the Oathsworn somehow just decided to attack the Dacian player, which wasn't really needed, to be honest. But it isn't that bad of an idea first to take out the Getae and then fight a 2 versus 1 fight against me. Somehow we're still in the advantage according to the game. So here I got a little charge, but now I see I'm going to get just destroyed by those spears, and enemy cav is coming in. So there's no other point than just mowing in here. I'm using my Draco. I'm using a Praetorian cav just to finish this general off, the Hellenic Royal Cav, as fast as possible. 1 equite is gonna get used by just attacking those Arverni X-Men to prevent them from firing on the cav fight. It doesn't really work, but it does okay, to be honest. So in the meantime, I'm also taking some shots with my slingers. We already got 40 and 36 kills on Oathsworn and Arverni X-Men, so that's pretty cool. You can see the Oathsworn just mowing in, and at this point the Dacian player is almost done for. The cav is still holding out. Really did well in the cav fight, better than I thought, to be honest. But the most interesting point is over here. As you can see, the Hellenic Cav is gonna drop, but now I get charged by Aspis companions, which is bad of course. So I'll take some casualties on my Praetorians. I use Draco again, which is by the way pretty overpowered in my opinion for Roman Cav. Because the Romans are really known for their infantry and not for the cavalry, and Draco really gives them an advantage against Cav heavy factions. So at this point the Dacian player is done. I'm the only one over, so what I decided to do is like this. I want to retreat because they're coming from both this way and this way. And if I face like this, I'm gonna get attacked in my flank and on the front, and I don't want that. I want to face them all in the front. So this, you could see this as a little bit of corner camping, but not in my opinion, because there's just no other option right now. Then this is the most tactical thing to do. So he's reinforcing with spikemen in cav fight. I think this is not really the best idea. I'm just staying here for a moment because those spikes really take a long time before they get some kills, and those Agrarian X-Men start to move away somehow. If I were home, I would just throw my things at those Praetorian cav and finish it off as quickly as possible. But yeah, so the Epirus cav heavy army is now far from cav heavy. The only thing that remains is a couple of cav units and his infantry. And it seems like the Gallic player is just gonna mow in here, so I'm retreating a little bit further so we can face them both the right way. And this wasn't with intention to corner Kent, as I said. So, but I see a noble horse coming here, which isn't that bad. It is a little bit drawing my attention. As you can see, that it wants to attack me in the flank, so I'm using my general. Legatus is a very bad unit, but it can be useful to lure small cav units away and to defeat them sometimes. Excuse me, still on the call. Yeah, and I use one Avocadi cohort to reinforce in this fight. I thought I fallen here, but yeah, it's just gonna hold up there while my Praetorians retreated from that fight and come in to support right here. Yeah. So the War Dogs of the Gallic player were already released on the Getae, which is probably a mistake. They weren't really needed on Ballistas, but they still have all the capabilities to defeat me, of course. It looks bad right now. 6 Avocadi cohorts and some missiles are probably not enough to beat them, because Oathsworn are better than Avocadi cohort. I think. At price, at least. I know the Avocadi are a little bit underpriced, but I think the Oathsworn are still a bit better. And they got still 5 of them, and then I got the entire pike army and some pretty powerful cav to deal with. So I'm just gonna hold my ground here. And what I want to do is what they are trying to do right here. I want them to be separated. If they both attack at the same time, they have the best chance of winning. Because to defeat a pike army, I need to flank. If this is a pike line approaching, you can't just go straight in there. You need to go to the flank. You need to do this, 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 you know? And if those Oathsworn are rushing in at the same time, it's just game over. All those flank attacks. So I want them to come at different times. I want to use my slingers as best as possible to drop hit points on as many units as possible. As you can see here, I'm just firing at a mosh pit of Oathsworn, which is a good thing to do. Then my Avocadi cohort starts dying immediately. But that's not that big of a deal. I retreat from the fight, but I keep my slingers firing, and then these guys are just racking up kills, 70 already. And that's what I need. I need to weaken these units as quickly as possible. And man, it's storming outside right here. I hope it's not so annoying. So yeah, I'm taking as many shots as possible, and now I'm moving my Avocadis up. Because I see the Epirus player coming in, but I do want to face them one by one, so I want to engage in this fight right now. Just engage them as quickly as possible. Still got my Praetorians ready to back charge. He's using Headhunt, which isn't a bad idea. Only French is really bad, to be honest, but Headhunt is pretty decent. And I start to use a couple of cohorts over here and a couple over here. So yeah, let's skip it a little bit. I'm back charging with my Praetorian Cav, as you can see. His general is engaged right here. I move my slingers a little bit back so they are safe when enemy units push through, and they're just gonna take shots. Surprisingly enough, it seems like my Evocatis are beating Oathsworn pretty bad, or that's just my slinger support. I hope it's the slinger support, because Evocati is way overpowered if they defeat Oathsworn one-on-one. But yeah, they're still in the game. There are more powerful things, so shouldn't be that much of a problem. So now I see they're going to face me 2-1, and I'm just going to retreat, form the line again, as you can see. I want to get formed up. I don't want to get backcharged by all those cav all the time. And this also gives me the chance to get some clean shots on his pike line and on those remaining Oathsworn as well, which is devastating. Now I'm firing on the pikes, and this unit is just gone by just slinger fire, but I still got so many units remaining. 92, 114, 90, 78 and 74. That's just good. What he should be doing right now with the cav is just go around me for the first time. I almost catch him here off guard. Does deliver a little Pila throw. But by losses the Oathsworn general rout, and it has become a 1 versus 1 right now. Still a challenge for me, but yeah, if I do this right, if I do this tactically right with the pikes, there could be a possibility to win right here. So 2 Real Spears on this flank, and now I'm starting to move away to this side and to this side, because I just don't want to face pikes head on. These guys are already getting destroyed by Pila. Here I'm just going to charge in because they're already really weak, and I'm just going to charge in the back with these guys, and they already rout. So here I use two cohorts to wipe out the enemy 2 Real Spears. They're just very weak units, underpriced or overpriced, sorry. And my Evocati will just make toast of them. So another pikeman has entered the Slinger Hell, and I'm just mowing through his Arverni and X-Men with my cohort right now. That's really a mistake, and I had the possibility to just charge in those cavalry, and that's also a mistake. So I think really my opponents, because they lost, was just their mistakes only. To be honest, almost every move they did late game was a mistake, because right now he's just standing here, sometimes facing in the right direction, but it's just not enough. 9 kills on a pike unit. They should have played more together, to be honest. The Epirus army was really capable of defeating me, and they should have made better use of the cavalry, because that was the thing that could have destroyed me. He could have just used this Hellenic or cav to just wipe my slingers away, which was really needed, because then his pikes would have a far better chance of defeating me. As you can see, I'm also off guard at some locations, just micromanaging everywhere. But my cohorts are just not dropping. His pikemen are dropping like toast. So yeah, it's just gonna be a matter of numbers, and at this point I was rather excited, because I was so annoyed by my teammate that he just didn't brought a normal army, and I still won the game, which was really cool, in my opinion. So as you can see here, my opponent only got 304 kills, which isn't that bad, to be honest. I got 1290 kills. Most of all, my slingers were just destroying them, and some of my Evocatis as well. They're really powerful. It seems like my Equites were a waste, but not so much in my opinion. They did what I brought for. They did lure the enemy skirmishers away, so they were quite useful. At the enemy side, the cavalry was a waste at the beginning of the battle. Only one guy did really well, and the Oathsworn just wasn't cost effective. It almost looked like my Evocati cohort was better. For the War Dogs, one with 0 kills, which got Ballista, and the other one 158 kills, which is a lot for War Dogs. Really good use of them right there. So I think War Dogs are pretty powerful, to be honest. So let's take a look at the Epirus armies. His pikes were just worthless, his 2 Real Spears didn't do enough, his Arverni and Epirus were only getting lured away by my units, and his cav wasn't really used that good as well. So he only got 358 kills, which is not that good. I think with a little bit more tactics, this could have gone way better for them. But they're probably just new players. I'm just not gonna hate by them. And to be honest, I'm also very bad with pike armies. You might have noticed that you didn't see a single pike army online battle. Yet I'm just not good at controlling them. My favorite faction is Rome. I like sword builds. And I'm mostly playing with that, to be honest. So I hope you enjoyed this first online battle in a while. And there's more coming. I got some tournaments playing. I hope you're excited for that. So I hope to see you guys in that one. Bye.